Today would have been the 70th birthday of our friend and our comrade Martin McGuinness. And tonight, the Peace Foundation, established in his name, wanted to mark this special day with a very lovely tribute to him. Due to COVID-19 and the current situation, we're not able to physically get together, but we are all together watching this on from the comfort of our own homes. You're going to love the lineup of guests who are participating tonight, and the Foundation invited many comrades and friends of Martin from the world of politics, music and beyond. Before we begin this evening's concert, can I just say to Bernie, to Fakra and Emmett, to Fanula and Grania, Martin's memory lives on in our hearts. He will never ever be forgotten. And tonight, this is for him and it's for you. Please sit back and enjoy.
I'm going to play a lovely old air in honour of Martin for what would be his 70th birthday. And of course, I would like to extend that to Bernie and family and of course friends. The tune I'm going to play, it's called The Lovely Sweet Banks of the Moy, or some people call it the Lovely Green Banks of the Moy. It's a river here in Mayo that Martin would be quite familiar with as an avid fly fisherman. He would have fished there quite regularly. suggested Martin's appreciation and take care out there.
I want to wish my husband Martin a happy 70th birthday. He was my soulmate and I loved him so much. He was a caring person, a good father and grandfather, and I am blessed that he was mine.
Díríomh Chairde, Áine ní Glachan an seo, agus is mór an honour dú a bheith live ar an last special de seo. Áine here, and I'm joined by my brother Michael. We are absolutely honoured to be a part of this tribute celebrating what would have been the 70th birthday of one of our heroes, Martin McGuinness. The song I've been asked to do is a special request from Martin's wife Bernie. We are told it was one of Martin's favourite songs, so I hope we do it justice. This is Bridge Over Troubled Water. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Oh, if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will ease your mind. Like
sa rud bagar a ra fi Sail Martin aniu, agus é teach suas go dtí seacht ó brechla. Please go agus 6 mlínta. Is é smaithe cinnte, but fi blianta fada fagi ag Martin ach go dtí gur hennig an tinnas Gearad a héal rólua. Bhí sé man ibre táhachtach. Nuair a hennig an tinnas cruthí sé agus chráir sé an prósa séachana I héana agus daoine eile ná. Bhí Sail Martin cosúil le Sail an brach geal agus tá sa gé ach an duine gurú sam mór sa brach geal aige. An brach geal ag teacht isteach ón maith mara an farraig go mór agus é snáb in éidir an srúch a bhhealach suas go áite bhréthe. Bíonn na moltaí deachtrachta ceangailta le turas mar sin, mar mad é isce, mar cár éisc, ásaí. Bhí sé amhlaidh le Sail Martin, prison, anró, scarú ón a bhain céile agus a chlán, ach has Martin an fád. Ach is fuair nach bhacha sí tarthaí a dibre, agus é sin suair sin na tíre. Bíonn sí lom a an le, bíonn Martin a Macrí a an le, bíonn sí a mention. Tá sí hart orm sa ahanat in sa teach seo, agus bhí Janime Dermot a chithe go John an Yar.
I first met Martin McGuinness in the lit 80s in the Sinn Féin Centre in Cable Street. I remember it like it was yesterday. And the last time I spoke to him was in the Millennium Forum just before I went on to perform. Martin was always very, very supportive of me and my music and very supportive of other musicians as well around the town. He loved his music. So there's a song called Rise. Rise up and see what we've achieved, standing on the shoulders of the ones who dared believe. Rise up and see how far we've come, that the laughter of our children when our day has finally come. Cherish all the children, remember those we've lost, our sisters and our brothers who paid the highest cost. We must build a future to the glory of their name, when the island and its people know their freedom once again. I know but we must be stronger for the road that we are on. Together we're stronger. Rise up and let them hear your voice, like those who hold the chains. They no longer have a choice, but we have known the darkness of that cold and lonely road, of those who stood against us as we made our way back home. And from its highest mountain, through the valleys to the sea, let the future of this island be republic and free. It's now we will be heard, and thirdly we will for the road that we're on, for the road that we're on. Together we're stronger, together we're stronger, together we're stronger, together we're stronger. Folks, thanks very much.
Lehenik eta behin nire agurri beroena Martin McGuinnessen familiari, sendiei eta borroka lagun guztiei. Gure harremana Martinekin handia izan duzen, nerea pertsonala eta baita ere ezker independentista euskaldunana. Martini buruz zer esan, zuek ja dena dakizute, baina guk harreman oso sendo auki genuen berarekin. Borroka garaietan eta bakea egiteko garaietan ere beti eduki genuen hor. Anekdota pila bat ditugu beretaz. Badakizute nolakoa zen, badakizute zeintzen bere umorea, badakizute zeintzen bere zorroztasuna eta badakizute baita ere zeintzu ziren bere afizioak. Euskal Herrira etortzen zen bakoitzean arrantzara eramaten genuen eta arrantzan oso alai juten zen eta oso zoriontsu zen. Neri behin galdetu zian ea arrantzan egiten nuen eta esan nion ezetz. Eta orduan konprobatu nuen Martinentzat arrantza egiten ez zutenen personek nahiko arraroa ginela mundu honetan, ez. Baina gure ezker ona besterik ez dakagu Martinentzat. Ore bat izan zen bizitzan berarekin borroka egitea, bakea berarekin egitea, eta ore bat izan zen baita ere bere gorpua eramatea, bere derri maitatu horretan. Horregatik gaur Euskal Herritik, ezker abertzaletik, ezker independentistatik, besarkada bero bat eman nahi diogu Movimendu Errepublikar guztiari. Marti oso pozik egongo zen ikusita Marilu Maldonasek egindako emaitza elektorala. Txofiarla gure eguna heltzen ari da, eta zentzu horretan oso pozik egongo zen, gu oso pozik gauden bezala gauza guzti hauekin, eta bi herriek ematen ari geran urrats hauekin. Beraz, nire eskerrona besterik ez Martini, bere lagun borrokalari guztiei, eta besarkada handi bat Berni bere emazteari, bere seme-alabei, bere bilobei. Guk sekulan ez dugu ahaztuko Martin McGuinness Euskal Herrian. Mila esker zu egindako lan guztiagatik.
Singing this in memory of Martin McGuinness, who would have been 70 today, as Bill Clinton said, a true son of Derry. Rest in peace, Martin. On Raglan Road, on an autumn day, I saw her first and knew that her dark hair that I might one day rule. And they said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. On Raglan Road of an autumn day, I saw her first and knew that her dark hair would leave us there, that I might one day rule.
I saw the danger and I passed along the enchanted way, and I said, let grief be a falling leaf at the dawning of the day. On Grafton Street in November we tripped lightly along the ledge of a deep ravine where can be seen the worst of passion. The Queen of Hearts still making tarts, and I not making hay. Well, I love so much by such is happiness thrown away. Then I gave her gifts of the mind. I gave her the secret side that's known to artists who have known the gods of sound and tide. With the words and tint I did not stamp, I gave her poems to say. With her own dark hair and her own name there, like the clouds on the fields of May. In a quiet street where old ghosts meet, I see her walking there now. So hurriedly my reasons be, for I was as I should, a creature clay and sea. When the angel ruled the day, on Raglan Road on an autumn day, with his wings at the dawn of the day, at the dawn of the day.
David Lloyd George once said, "Don't be afraid to take a big step. You can't cross a chasm in 2 small steps." Martin McGuinness took a big step when he chose to meet with me back in 2006 in this church. I'd been on the radio, BBC Radio Foyle, appealing to the only person I believed who could bring to an end the paint that was regularly being splashed across the front of our church. That meeting certainly had the effect of instantly stopping the paint hitting the church, but maybe more importantly, it opened a door to something that neither of us could ever have imagined, and that was a friendship that was ignited at our first meeting, and that friendship both developed and endured right up to the moment of his untimely death in March 2017. Imagine a former IRA leader and a British Army chaplain meeting in a Presbyterian manse of all places, drinking tea, eating scones and talking. It nearly sounds like a dream or a fairy tale, but it was neither. It actually happened. Two very different people coming together, and as a result we not only got to know each other, but amazingly we got to like each other. We can spend our lives in one of two ways. We can waste them if we choose to draw lines, or we can add value to our lives if we choose to cross lines. Martin was a line crosser. Hannibal, in one of his treks through the Alps, was heard to say, if we can't find a way, we'll make one. Martin McGuinness was in that league. He was about making a way if he couldn't find one. And that's because he was intent on trying to reach out to people of different creeds and cultures. He knew walls didn't work. That only kept people apart, and that wasn't going to be the answer as we move forward. Rather, he was about building bridges, because he knew that's how people come together. And when they come together, then the next link in the chain, if you like, is travelling forward, ever onwards towards the prize of peace, which he wanted all men and women to enjoy. His former colleague at the office of the First and Deputy First Minister expressed it superbly at the time of his death, when she said, "I doubt we will ever see his like again." A true great leader of modern time and a genuine friend. That's how I will forever both regard and remember him. Guramila mai agat Martin, go me sunnas, go jo agat.
My name is Kira. My granddad used to sing us this song all the time when we were younger. It's called Lovely Day. Oh, I know a wee spot. It's a place of great fame, and it lies to the north now. I'll tell you its name. It's my own native birthplace, and it's on Irish soil, and they call it Lovely Dairy on the banks of the Foyle. Oh, I courted a wee girl, and her age was 16. She's the fairest little colleen I ever did see. Oh, her cheeks were like roses, and her hair waved in cold, and she came from Lovely Dairy on the banks of the Foyle. Oh, I mind when I left her for to cross o'er the sea, to try and make a fortune for Bernie and me. Oh, I cried when I left her, but my tears fell to toll, far away from dear old Derry, on the banks of the Forth. Now when I make a fortune, it is back home I go, to the dear land of my boyhood, to the sweet girl I know. I will build her a mansion, and no more need we toil, far away from lovely Derry, on the banks of the Forth.
Celebrating Martin's 70th birthday is bittersweet for all of us. Bitter for the loss of him, for his absence, but sweet because of the man that he was, because of his legacy, his achievements, and all the memories he left behind. Martin was extraordinary, ordinary and extraordinary. He was warm and personable. He wore his heart on his sleeve. He loved people. He let people in, and people loved him in return. He was courageous and intelligent, determined, and sometimes quite demanding. If you let him down, if you crossed him, he could wither you with just a single look. And so many of us knew that single look. Martin was modest. He was a home bird. He loved Derry. Maybe above and beyond all else in the end, Martin remained a proud son of the Bogside. He loved his family. They were his proudest achievement. His wife Bernie, their children Finola and Fiacra, Emmett and Grania, all of his extended family, and of course his beloved grandchildren. He never tired of telling stories and boasting about each and every one of you. When the history books are written, the name of Martin McGuinness will loom proudly large for his generation and every generation that followed. We miss him every single day. He will always be our friend, our chieftain, the unique, the irreplaceable, the unforgettable Martin McGuinness. So today we celebrate with his family to mark this 70th birthday. And we say, Breth Lahana Dich Martin, agus Culasol.
My friends, on behalf of the 500,000 strong, proud, and united men and women of Liuna, and as a dual citizen of Ireland and the United States, I am honored and humbled to have been asked to say a few words about my friend and brother, Martin McGuinness, in commemoration of the 70th anniversary of his birth. Martin was and always will be one of my personal heroes, a tough and tenacious Irish patriot and working class warrior who put everything on the line for what he believed, and whose goodness and greatness is evident in all that he helped accomplish and build. We would not be where we are today in the Irish peace process were it not for freedom fighters like Martin McGuinness. Martin did not go to war so much as war came to him, compelling him to take up arms to defend his birthplace from an occupying army of a foreign power. Martin fought courageously, then laid down his arms and bravely pursued peace, all the while remaining devoted to the Republican principles of freedom, equality, and solidarity. Strategically flexible, yet morally resolute, Martin devoted himself to creating a truly free and united Ireland, even as he worked and became friends with many of his former enemies. It was my honor and privilege to know Martin not just as a great leader, but also as a dear comrade and brother. I cherished his friendship, and I admired his ability to be deadly serious one moment and wickedly funny the next, often poking fun at himself, delighting his friends, and disarming his foes. Martin was one of the kindest, warmest, and most decent people I have ever known. He was devoted to the love of his life, Bernie, to his children, to his grandkids, to his faith, and to his country. Martin, like Big Jim Larkin before him, refused to live a life on his knees. He rose up, inspiring countless others to join him, always believing that the further shore was reachable from here. I know that Martin would want all of us to honor the anniversary of his birth, not merely with words, but with action. He would want us to continue to support the peace process, to demand the referendum on unity, and to work together to realize the promise of the Good Friday Agreement. He would want us to rise up against injustice, exploitation, and oppression. He would want us to unite all those in both the North and the South who refuse to accept hard borders, soft borders, virtual borders, or any borders at all. So, my Irish brothers and sisters, let us honor Martin's memory by rededicating ourselves to the struggle for a free and united Ireland, reuniting under one flag, one nation, and one government, a proud and noble people divided for far too long. Let the 70th anniversary of this incredible man's birth remind us not only how much we miss him, but how privileged we were to have known him. How fortunate all of Ireland was to have had him, and how much better our world is today because of him. Martin's life, legacy, and memory will be a blessing, an inspiration, and a shining beacon of justice for generations to come.
Before I begin, I would like to say that when I was asked to take part in this project to commemorate Martin on the occasion of his 70th birthday, which would be May the 23rd, I was not only delighted, but felt honoured and privileged to be part of something to honour a man, an outstanding Republican of our generation. And I feel absolutely and truly delighted to be part of this here. I met Martin when I was in my early 20s. That's a story for another day. But I have to say this, at that stage, even then, he was someone who impressed me greatly by the manner in which he dealt with me. And I was forever thankful that I'd met him even at that stage. But it was during the hunger strikes in 1981 when Martin, along with others in the leadership, people like Martin and Jerry Adams, helped tremendously along the way of such a terrible and difficult period to try and help us get a solution to the hunger strike issue. The key thing for me was the support that they gave to build up the confidence in people like myself who were at a bad end of things in the H blocks of Long Kesh. For that, I will be eternally grateful. I'd like to sing a song dedicated to Martin. It's a song about Derry. It was written by Bobby Sands during those awful days of the blanket period and hunger strikes, and particularly written for the Derry comrades. It was 1803 we sailed out to sea, out from the sweet and Derry. For Australia bound, if we didn't all drown, the marks of my feathers we carry. In the rusty iron chains we sighed for our winds, our good women we left in sorrow. As the mainsail unfurled, our curses we hurled on the English and thoughts of tomorrow. Whoa, I wish I was back on Derry. Whoa, I wish I was back on Derry. At the mouth of the Foyle, bid farewell to the soil. Down below dikes we were lying. Old Doherty screamed, woken out of a dream by a vision of old Robert dying. Sunburned cruel as the day stabbed grew. Dan O'Connor was down with a fever. 60 rebels today bound for Botany Bay, and many will reach the receiver. I was back home in Derry. Oh, I wish I was back home in Derry. I cursed them to hell as a valve on the swell. Our ship danced like a moth in the firelight. White horses rode high as the devil passed by, taking souls to Hades by its twilight. 5 weeks out to sea, we were now 43. Our comrades we buried each morning in our own slime, lost in a time, endless night without dawning. Whoa, I wish I was back home in Derry. Whoa, I wish I was back home in Derry. Monuments land is a hell for a man to live out his whole life in slavery. The climate is raw, the gun makes the law, neither wind nor rain cover bravery. 20 years have gone by, have ended me bond. My comrades' ghosts walk behind me. A rebel I came and I'll die the same. On the cold winds of night you'll find me. Whoa, I wish I was back on the dairy. Whoa, I wish I was back on the dairy. Oh, 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 I wish I was back on the dairy. I was back home Derry.
Hello everybody, I hope you're all well and keeping safe. I know it's mad times, but we'll get through this all together as one nation. I have to say I was delighted when Decky McLaughlin, my good old friend from Derry, asked me to say a few words for Martin on his birthday. And I thought, what could I say about the man that hasn't already been said? Other than he was my hero. And heroes are very important. You see, I was born into an island and a country that hated me. And hated my people. And still do, unfortunately. But Martin was a hero of ours. My grandmother would tell me stories about his bravery, and it would inspire me. And it influenced me big time and still influences me today. Every time I'm out there fighting for our rights and every time I'm trying to stand up for the underdog, Martin is in the back of my mind. And I got to meet the man once up in Belfast. The great Gerry Adams introduced us and I shook his hand. And he had the warmest energy and the warmest smile. And he paid attention to me and really gave me the time of day. And I was talking to him for 15 or 20 minutes. And it's something I'll never forget. And I do believe in God. I have my faith. And I know that Martin is there somewhere looking down upon us all smiling. And the good times are coming for us all. Believe me. And lastly, I just want to say to the McGuinness family, I hope you're all well and keeping safe. And I hope you're all right. On behalf of the people of Ireland, I'd like to thank all of you for your sacrifices, for sharing Martin with us for so long. Thank you so much. And I hope you all have a good day to celebrate Martin's life and his legacy, because he will never be forgotten. God bless.
I'm Luke McLaughlin, and today I'm going to be playing Something Inside So Strong in memory of Martin McGuinness on his 70th birthday. I hope you enjoy it. How you build your barriers, saw that I become. More than you take my rights away, faster I will run. You can't deny me, can't decide to turn your face away. No matter, 'cause there's something inside so strong. I know that I can make it, but you do me wrong, so wrong. Father, my pride was gone, oh no. Something inside so strong. Something inside so strong. Just wonder well that's mine. My light will shine so brightly it'll blind you. 'Cause there's something inside so strong. And I know that I can make it, but you do me wrong, so wrong. Father,
Someday we'll be happy and free in harmony, that's right. Everyone will, old hatreds kill, differences will unite. It's important. It's important. It's important to us. And if you see Mr. James Connolly, will you tell him that it wasn't in vain? Because he made us strong for the fight against wrong, and a dream that strong can never be slain. And Martin McGuinness, he walks proudly with us. His objectives, they cannot be denied. He tried to bring unity between two communities. He fought hatred and oppression with pride. Someday we'll be happy and free in harmony, that's right. And everyone will, all hatreds kill, differences will unite. It's important. It's important. It's important to us. Grandma Martin, happy birthday, and mille buigas for your struggle for Irish unity and your fight to stop oppression and hatred in this land, on our island. And may the Great Spirit hold you in the hollow of its hand. Mass more.
This is New York State Controller Tom DiNapoli. I join with all of you in celebrating the life of Martin McGuinness on what would have been his 70th birthday. From when I first met Martin over a decade ago, I have drawn inspiration from his example of leadership, dignity, and graciousness. Thanks to his unique role in the history of Ireland, bridges have been built to secure a more peaceful future for the people of the north of Ireland. I remember visiting Martin's beloved home of Derry. May the Peace Bridge across the Foyle continue to be a physical and symbolic bridge to unity and peace among communities. I honor the memory of Martin McGuinness on his birthday and every day.
Hello, my name is Mary Courtney. Greetings from the Bronx, New York. I want to wish Martin McGuinness a happy 70th birthday in heaven. We miss you very much, Martin. I know you're looking down on every one of us. The song I'm going to sing for you for your birthday is called Mandela, and it was written and composed by a good friend of mine here in the Bronx. His name is Danny Hannon, and I know that Martin was a great follower of Mandela and a great believer in him. So here we go. I went to see a legend just the other night at a Yankee Stadium underneath the lights. I heard a man speak there after years and years in jail. His name, it was Mandela, and he came to tell his tale. Well, the crowd cheered him loudly, but then the silence fell as he spoke of the hard years in a South African cell. And although he was free now, his heart was still in pain. his country and his people still wore apartheid's chains. He said he hoped that we would join him as we walk down freedom's path. And these miles would be the hardest, but they would be the last. And to join our hands together so that we might be as one, to find ourselves the courage so this battle could be won. I went home that same evening, went to sleep and had a dream. I was standing in a cold rain in an Irish field of green, and all around me headstones of the martyrs of the past. I stood there in silence, and they spoke to me at last. Kevin Barry's my name, and I died in the hangman's noose. They wanted the names of my comrades, but this I would not do. And I am Roger Casement, and I died in London town for bringing German rifles to the lonely Bannistrand. James Connolly is my name, the working people were my life. When they shot me down in Kilmainham jail, it brought great civil strife. And I am Padraig Pearse, and I was murdered by the foe, as I read the proclamation from the steps of the GPO. Well, the last voice that I heard said my name is Bobby Sands, and it's good to hear Mandela's words ringing through the lands. I hope they hear him up in Belfast and Derry and Tyrone. Maybe then those English soldiers will know it's time to go home. I awoke in the morning, nothing made sense at all. And who would believe they would knock down the Berlin Wall? Well, they freed Nelson Mandela, or could this really be? Maybe now we will see Ireland reunited and free. Maybe now we will see Ireland reunited and free. Happy birthday, Martin. God bless. Slán agus banna.
Martin Guinness would have turned 70 years old if he had lived on, and would like to speak in tribute to his life, but more particularly to the contribution that he made to the South African struggle against the evil system of apartheid. Martin was an outspoken critic against apartheid, and he supported the ANC's mission of installing democracy and ensuring that South Africa becomes a free country. Martin supported this struggle, and we speak very fondly of Martin because he was a comrade, he was a supporter of our struggle, and he was a friend. When he passed away, we were pained by the great loss, but we also knew that Martin will continue to be remembered, not only by the people of Ireland, but also by the people of South Africa. So we hold Martin's memory very dearly in our hearts, and we say, may his spirit continue to live on, because with us in the African National Congress, his spirit and his life continues to encourage us to carry on with our struggle of bringing a better life to the people of our country. May he be well remembered. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody, or good night, or whatever it is. Delighted to be doing this, to have this opportunity to remember Martin on his special birthday. So I thought about it a little bit, what I might sing. There's all different kinds of songs came to mind. Some songs that I knew that Martin liked, some songs that he even requested me to sing at different concerts. But then I got thinking of the Martin, the family man, and the leader, the soldier, the peacemaker, the fisherman, the poet, and Martin the friend. And I thought of this song that kind of touches on all of those. I went down to the hazelwood because a fire was in my head. I cut and peeled a hazel wand and hooked a berry to a thread. And when white moths were on the wing and moths like stars were flickering out, I dropped the berry in a stream and hooked a little silver throat. When I had laid it on the floor, I went to blow the fire aflame, when something rustled on the floor and someone called me by my name. It hadn't become a glimmering girl with apple blossoms in her hair, who called me by my name and ran and faded in the brightening air. Though I am old with wandering through hollow lands and hilly lands, I will find out where she has gone, kiss her lips and hold her hands. long dappled grass and pluck till time and times are done. The silver apples of the moon, the golden apples of the sun. For Bernie and for all the family, sending you love and best wishes. That song was written by William Butler Yeats. The music, it was written by Judy Collins, the American folk singer, and I learnt it from the singing of Richie Havens. Good night, everybody.
Well, I'm very honoured to have been asked to say a few words about Martin McGuinness. Son or more Dumsa, and just reflecting on his 70th birthday. And here we are in the beginning of May on a beautiful summer day, and the birds singing, and thinking of what I may say, you know, about Martin, the rebel, the Republican soldier, the First Minister, designated along with Ian Paisley, the dairyman, the fly fisherman, all the years, decades that we spent transversing the country, organising and agitating and doing what you do when you want to end British rule on this island. So I thought maybe other people can talk about those aspects of Martin's life which are the big headlines. I just want to talk about Martin, if I can, as a friend. Obviously very much as a loyal, long-standing comrade. But particularly as a husband, as a son, as a father, an uncle, a dajo, a grandfather. He was very, very ordinary. I mean, I met him first in 1972, so reflecting on that, that's coming up to 50 years ago. That's a long time in a person's life. And he could be very dogmatic when he needed to be dogmatic, and be very firm and assertive about his views or his beliefs. But essentially he was decent. He liked the very ordinary things that make life such a mystery. You know? He loved Bernie. That was, I've often said, the best thing he did in his life was to marry Bernie Canning, and they went on to have Fionnuala and Grania and Fiacre and Emmett and all the grandchildren that came from those unions. And he was content there, absolutely, as a partner to Bernie. Wasn't there a lot, but he was extremely loyal to her. And as a guide, a mentor, a support, and I'm sure at times a person who disciplined his children, and they've grown up to be wonderful young men and young women. He was a proud son. His father died when he was quite young, so he was a proud son, and I didn't know his father, of Peggy, and proud brother, a very, very good brother to his other brothers and to his sister Geraldine. So this sense of the ordinariness, you know, a plate of potatoes and cabbage and boiled bacon, which he got in this house many, many times. Off at James's at 5 o'clock in the morning, up round Dunlewy or fishing for sea trout and other places, with Terry as well. Walking out the back road to Ailech and Greenan, messing about the house, trying to grow herbs, writing a bit of poetry. So if I was to remember Martin, of course, the images which may come forward in my head might be in the middle of a heave by the old RUC against a crowd of mourners at a funeral, really dangerous events, or in Derry or in Ardoyne or other places, or addressing Ardeshina, or meeting the great and the good, the presidents and the monarchy across the globe. All of those might come forward, but the ones that really are valuable are Martin telling the joke, because he was very, very good at telling stories and telling the joke. And the thing about him telling the joke, he'd be told it 100 times just before he got to the punchline. And even though you may have heard it 100 times, he started to chuckle or to laugh, and laughter's contagious. So before he got to the punchline, you were laughing with him, and he enjoyed that, and he loved people. Remarkably, through all of the difficulties that we all went through who lived and survived the conflict, he remained very, very firm, but very open to people who were former opponents or enemies. And that isn't to say that he didn't resent what they may have done, or that he didn't forget what they may have done. But he knew it was about moving on, building partnerships, building equality, building a better society. So, life is full of mysteries. It's a mystery to me that I'm sitting here doing this interview. But here I am, and there Martin is. He was also about the future. I think that's one of the things that he has in common. In this month where we lost 1916 leaders by execution, when we lost men on hunger strike, what all of them had in common with Martin McGuinness was that they were all about the future. So, La Braha Honadit, Martin, happy birthday. I value our friendship, and all was well.
How you doing, folks? Paul McGilway here. The song about Martin came about just after, outside his house, when I heard the words, "Where my heart will always be," and he says it. He was talking about the bogside, and I remember the morning that he died, that words came to me straight away, and from that on, the words of the song came daily and weekly. And while I was writing it, I always remember in my ear hearing the voice of Ciara McCaffrey singing it. And when I asked the young girl to come and sing it a cappella up in the house, it was absolutely beautiful. I couldn't believe how good it was. And from then it snowballed on to this today, and I'm so delighted, glad to be part of Martin's 70th birthday celebrations.
A few years ago, when Paul McGilway contacted me to be involved in this project of the song he wrote for Martin McGuinness, I believed in the song from day one. To tell you the truth, I didn't really know Martin on a personal level, but I knew he had a passion for peace in our society. He had great love for his country and a very strong love for his family. I think this song is a great representation of the kind of man he was, and a great tribute you can give to a friend.
thinking of my childhood, growing up in the Bogside. People lived their daily lives, in hard times they did strive. But little did I know then what I would come to be, a soldier of my country, my life to see it free. As the conflict happened around me, and people marched for rights, injustice it was plain to see. It was the time to fight. No more the rule of Britain, no more an orange state, no more will we be second class. My calling now was fate. And in the years that followed, I chose to heed the call, to stand along with Ireland's braves and resist that lion's claw. From the Bogside and the New Lodge, in Tyrone and South Armagh, for the freedom of this country, great volunteers we had. As I look back on the struggle and proud of all we've done, to create the time for peace again, our chance to be is one. The hope of just one Ireland, the dream of 32. It was not for me to finally see I won't be here with you. Final hour, God standing at my door, my family all around me, and all their hearts so sore. The main man made the call now, it's time for me to go. No more will I see green and high, or fish in rivers flow. Then take me to Cuchulainn and lay me by his side, along with my brave comrades. Beneath this cross I lie. I'll look out on the Bogside, where my heart will always be, and know that I will rest in peace, as you set Ireland free. I'll look out on the Bogside, where my heart will always be, and know that I will rest in peace, as you set Ireland free.